The app that I chose to critique is called Quizlet, and it's an app that I actually use myself to study, so I think it's a really great tool and a great resource to use both as the teacher and the student. So if you were just wanting to browse diagrams and different things that you could study, you have the option to do that. So if you wanted to know about football areas, you can click and see things that other users have made. But it's important to know that there's no verification. So just because somebody created these flashcards, that doesn't necessarily mean they're accurate. So if you were using ones that you weren't creating yourself, I would recommend double checking them before you study them with a reliable resource. But if you were going to create your own flashcards, so these are basically just online flashcards. Instead of using the paper and pencil and writing out the flashcards, you can use your own. So if you were going to create some, you would type in the term that you were studying, the definition of it. Let's see if I was doing ELA. And then you have to choose English. And then I only did 2 for this example, but you could add an endless amount of cards. But so once you have the terms that you want, you click create. Enter title. So this is a tool that I actually went ahead and registered as a teacher just so I could show how that works. So if I was making this list, I could add that to my class. But if I'm just looking at this as a student, so I'll show you ones that I have already made and used myself. So they can work just as a regular set of flashcards. If you click flashcards, you can choose if you want to see it term first and you answer with the definition, or if you want to see the definition first and then you would come up with the term, or you can have it set to where you would see both at the same time. I prefer to answer with the definition, so I like to see the term and then I supply the information that I associated with it. You can go through them. So that's how you can use them just as basic flashcards, but the reason that Quizlet is so great and so helpful and interactive is that there's all other ways that you can use to study and learn the terms that you're wanting to learn or the concepts that you're wanting to learn. So it gives you the option of giving you the definition and you type the answer. If you don't know it, you can reveal the answer. And then it'll also give you some where you just choose it. And if you don't know, it'll tell you you need to study it. It'll give you the correct answer and give you the answer that you actually gave. And then if you get it right, it just keeps going. So that's one way that you can study. You can also take a test. You would type in the answer, so it's fill in the blanks, some multiple choice, some true false. And then you can check your answer, and it'll tell you if you were incorrect, the answer that you gave, what the correct answer was for everything. So that's nice that you can see immediately in real time what you need to study on and what you need to focus on and what you already know. And it also can make it more fun. It's like a matching game, so it lays out the terms. You take the term and you put it on top of the matching definition or explanation. So and if you get one wrong, it'll just show red and not have it go in there. See? And it'll show you your best time. It'll show you other people. If you had a class, I'll show you that now. So I went ahead and created a class. I made it as if I was the teacher. So I can show I can add, if this is the link I would send to my students to have them join the class, and I went ahead and created an account with a different email so I could show what it would look like to have a class member. So as the teacher, you can just upload sets, so you could upload the flashcards of the definitions and the terms that you want your class to know and have them study it. And if you click on the member tab as the teacher, you can click on a student and click studied, so you can see the things that they have done. You can see that they started the learning. You can see that they took a test. You can see that they played the matching game. And the biggest negative that I would say from the teacher standpoint of this is that there's no way that I've found to be able to see the results. You can just see that they've done it. So I think maybe that's in the Pro version, the Quizlet Plus. I'm not sure, but that would be the biggest negative.